All right, so we had kind of a crazy day today. Walked into the market. It was relatively even. I mean, it was pretty much break even. And I actually fell asleep watching this British crime show and woke up early in the morning and saw the market was trending down. It was pre-market, so I knew that I didn't. Nothing had really traded yet. So I decided to make some adjustments, and so I want to walk you through kind of what happened today. So initially, I had a trade where I was going to put a buy-in for Furbo, and where was the other one? Oh, and FFFT. So ones I ended up doing today. Spoiler alert. But ones where I actually saved a bunch of money. So initially, I had FFFT at $8 or no $7, and Fubo at $38. And if you hear in the background, my dog is gnawing on a bone right now, so I'm not sure if that comes through. But anyway, so I was like, I canceled them out. I said, okay, we're gonna see what the market does today. So it kind of moved. We saw this kind of see, it was kind of right around right here. So I was like, all right, we're gonna take those off because I don't want to have a buy-in and then buy it and have it go down. So we're just gonna let it see how far it goes down. And it went through, kind of flattened out about right here. And then we had just an absolute quick spike. I mean, literally, as soon as the market opened, it went from, gosh, let's see, 5,500 down to 14,000 down. So it was just an absolute quick, fast spike. Just think of boom, jab. And within 15 minutes, it was back to normal. And so if we look here, it went from being down, take a look at the number right here. It was down 3% down to about 9%, and then quickly corrected back up to 3, 4, 5%, whatever. So I was happy I did that because then I went in and looked and saw where the prices were. They had recovered for the most part, but they were still down. And I thought, okay, today's going to be a shopping day. So I ended up wanting to do this. We talked about Furbo. The fundamentals are being great. It's growing. It's unappreciated. It's highly shorted. And so put about $2,000 into it. We already have Fubo. I might have said Furbo before here. So we added a stake to it right there. Instead of getting it $38, we got it 36.75, which was perfect because as soon as we bought it there, it went back up to 38.50. So great move on that part. Also, FFFT, which we'll take a look at real quick here. And this was the one that does the blockchain technology. It's a company out of China. And we took a look at them for, well, I guess we'll take a look at for 3 months. So yeah, so right here is about $1.73, spiked up in January, kind of came back down, got all the way up to about $10, and then we see it crashing, or not crashing, but going down, overall. So we had been looking at this the last few videos. We talked about it and been seeing it going down, 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 and then yesterday it kind of cratered, and then today, yeah, yesterday it went down another 16%. And so I'm very happy I did that because we were able to put another buy in for that one, getting it at $6 a share, where I think it was $8 a share was our previous buy. Let's take a look here. The canceled one, no, $7 a share. So we were able to get more shares, and we bought it, and the price went up after that. So it was kind of a perfect timing for that. Um, Additionally, we want to put a couple of other buys in here. So Hall of Fame, that's the HOVF Football Hall of Fame. It got close to 220, so I thought, okay, we'll put another in for 220. Didn't quite get there. That's fine. I do want to buy more of this. So, so the fact that it didn't go through, I might even up this one a little bit. Our current cost basis is 220, so as long as it's around there, we're fine with that. Has a 4.88 upside, which we haven't really talked about for a while. NXTD is another one that has gone down. So we'll take a quick look at that one. This is the cybersecurity company. They do the Internet of Things. So just think of like Amazon Echo, smart fridges, smart thermometers, etc. So this one spiked up, which was great, but then kind of came back down and came back down. My guess is it probably got shorted a little bit. Um, so we're still sitting here up 30%, but we didn't keep the big gain that we had before. But the fact that it's so volatilely on the upward side is something that we definitely want to look at. If we look at over the last year, basically, from here on out, it was 37 cents a share, 39 cents a share, and it has gone through the roof. Had I known about this back then, I mean, that would have been 8 times return in a very short period of time. So this one I feel like has a really good upside. We look at the earnings, it's met all its earnings. Um, so we have a pending order for that one at 176. It's at 187. So as soon as we can get that one in, we'll get that one in. Um, but what I wanted to do today is I actually wanted to sell. And so the market being down, you're saying, well, why would you want to sell on a down day? Well, part of it is not everything went down. And so we're gonna cover. We're gonna talk about EBIX in a little bit, so I'll get that loaded up. But I wanted to free up some money because there's a couple things that I see on the horizon that I definitely want to do. So, um, number one, I went out to dinner the other day and we went to this restaurant and, because I knew it was open. And so we went there and we sat outside because my wife's a school teacher and she didn't really want anybody narking her out. But inside it was packed. I mean, not just packed, like pre-COVID packed. Like you looked inside and it was literally, I mean, they couldn't fit any more people in there if you tried. And so I looked at that and I told my wife, I'm like, that's crazy. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, you don't understand. From a demand point, it's nuts because like the demand's there. Like you could open up a football game right now and say, hey, the government could, not put any restriction on there, but you're not going to get a full house um, because people are going to be a little bit wary, right? But I mean, these people are getting a full house. And it was at that point that I realized, man, the pent up demand is real. So I really want to start consolidating my portfolio and really put it into the COVID stocks where we've broadened it out a little bit where there's opportunities. So I identified some stocks that don't really fit in the heart of what we're doing as COVID, recovery stocks. So Houghton Mifflin, it's number one market share in the book publishing for like school book publishing. Um, so basically, it's sitting here at 612. As soon as it hits 613, it's going to sell immediately. We'll free up 5 grand. Fang, which is Diamondback Energy, sold at 71. And it's funny, I don't even think it even hit 71, but somebody bought it, my 50 shares for 71 bucks. So that sold. We have partial fills of our orders for Velocity Financial, which is a mortgage company. They do a lot of the mortgage loans for Mr. Cooper. So we had, I think, 100 of them got filled. We're waiting for the other ones to fill. It's sitting at 697. The sells at 7, so it'll fill at market open. Redwood Trust, which is a mortgage REIT. Again, we were in those a lot before, but those really haven't just gone to the upside as much as we wanted them to. I mean, this one's performed pretty well. If we look at Redwood Trust over here, this one is sitting here at 244%, but by far my best mortgage REIT as far as a return went. So I think we had 50 of those, or I think 50 of those filled, and the rest of those will probably fill pretty soon. There's only 2 cent difference between the two prices. And then the rest of it, Palantir, which we bought because I thought, okay, it might be something where there's a short squeeze opportunity. I don't know if everybody's committed on it, so it doesn't fit my portfolio. So we bought it at 28. As soon as it gets over 28, we'll sell it. Um, you know, maybe it'll be in the next couple days, maybe not. Immunovant, which is a biotech company, we bought that as well. Again, I don't necessarily need a biotech company in my portfolio, so we'll put a sell in. I think I bought that. Where did I buy Immunovant? I bought Immunovant at 2032. So as soon as it goes above that, we'll sell that as well. And then Ikagi, which is sort of in my pipeline, but sort of not. That's the European airline conglomerate, British Airways, and things like that. It's sitting here at, I bought it at 304, if I remember right. Let's take a look here. Where's Ikagi? Oh, it's alphabetical. Duh. Bought it 308. And so basically, my math sucked. I meant to buy it at twice the amount. I'll probably update that. So we'll just put 12. Oop. We'll put 308. We'll put 616. Basically, once it gets up to 616, we'll put a sell in on that. So overall, we're going to free up 32 grand. Right now, we have a margin use of 38 grand. So that's going to get rid of most of our margin. What I want to do is expand some of my positions here in the stocks that really hit our thing, which are COVID recovery and then Biden stocks, the energy stocks and things like that. Additionally, on that, we take a look at Bitcoin, which we will take a look here. And Bitcoin, it had been up at what is 58,000 and then went down to a little over 45,000. And I kind of said to myself, if it goes under, if it goes under 45, then we're going to put a buy in it. So it got down today about 45.1, so it's pretty close. So given an opportunity for it to drop down 45.5, and it's sitting here at about 48, 49 right now. If it gets down a little further, we'll put a buy in on that. I really do. I talked about it in the prior video. It's going to hit 100,000. It's just a matter of when. And most likely it's going to hit 200,000. It's pretty much a mathematical certainty. And it's not just because it's a prediction. It's because the denominator, the amount of coins in existence that can exist, is a fixed amount. So they can't add any more to them. So you can't hit 21 million coins and then go, oh, let's just double it. No, it doesn't work. It's not how the code works. It's a fixed supply. So that's kind of one of the things we're going to do. So we're actually freeing up some of the money we had. We'll take some of the gains that we had, and we're going to reapply it to what we have here. So when our stocks go up, they're going to go up at a much faster rate. One of the stocks we talked about yesterday was a stock called EBIX. And if we'll look at this one right here, this one, they do software for insurance, healthcare, and finance, insurance, finance, and healthcare industries. And they do risk compliance, things like that. Overall, it looks like an amazing stock. But yesterday we just talked about the shenanigans that went on with their audit. So they went down. We'll take a look at. They went down 40% 2 days ago, and then they went down another 21% today. So overall, if we look for the week, this company's down 54% overall for the week. So this was the first hit, went up a little bit. We've reviewed it kind of right here. And then it went down again pre-market and then continued to go down. It was sitting here at 51 bucks a share. It's now sitting here at 23. And if we look at for the day, there's no sense that it's going up. The big question, like we looked at, was is there shadiness going on in their accounting? Is there embezzling going on? Is there something like that? And you always want to stay away from that. I mean, that's the kiss of death. Ask Luckin Coffee. There's an old stock called Motricity that one of my friends tried to, who's a professional investor, he tried to give me a tip on, and it just got destroyed because they were cooking their books. So this one we're kind of definitely going to stay away from until we hear anything back. But that's kind of where we stand right now. We're still sitting here at 351% gain, and that's after just a bath of a day for the market today for the stocks that we have. Overall, we have a total gain of 117,000. And once we sell these stocks, most of which I'd say everything, I'd say this stock, that stock, this stock, and maybe ICAGI. I would say these ones we probably anticipate selling pretty soon. The other two might take a little bit of time to do so, but I'm not overall worried about that. Palantir might come up a little bit faster. All right. So with that being said, we have a plan. We used this day effectively. We went shopping today, and when the market rebounds, it just means we're going to rebound even stronger for each day. So we're sitting here at 189,000. We'll sell these. That'll reduce some of that amount that we hold. But we do have some limit orders in for these, which I may actually expand a little bit. And then Elise Gaming, I'm considering doing a buy for, but I haven't filled it in yet, so I don't really know what I want to do with that. Or Target Hospitality. Yeah, that's going to be on the side right now, but we kind of in the middle. This is our bench. This is what we're considering, and this is what we're actively considering or what we've placed. So with that being said, get ready. I don't know what tomorrow's going to look like, guys. Early on, we have, it's sitting here literally dead even. Always look at it later in the day and get a sense of what's going. Part of what drove the market today initially was there was the cost of treasuries went up, and somebody put it really well. They basically said, look, when there's a zero cost for treasuries, everybody's going to borrow as much as possible, throw it in the market, earn money, and then you're always positive cash flow. But the more you have to start paying for your borrowing costs, there's more of a pressure on getting profits for doing so. And so there's a little bit of pullback in the market, but it was an irrational market. I mean, it was a completely irrational reaction. If we look here, this was probably high frequency trading. Holy crap, right here, and then my bad. So one of the lessons you want to learn, and I'm always going to keep this in play, is if think I'm always going to try to have a stock where right here it looks like it dropped. Take a look at the percentage right here. It looks like it dropped about 9%. I think I'm always going to have a stock where a couple stocks where if it drops down 12, 13%, 14%, that the stock I want to buy, that I'll have a limit order in. That way, if it hits this period of time, then it'll trigger those limit orders and we get to lower our cost basis. So, and then if it goes right back up, I mean, this is upside we ride for pure profit. So, some things to think about. That being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. To get more information on the sales cheat code, go ahead and click on the subscribe button below. Also, down below in the video description, down there's a link that takes you to our website that gives you additional content, some additional freebies that we have, and gives you information on some programs that we have that have been proven to help people to make sales easy so that you can make the kind of money you want, live the lifestyle that you've always wanted, and not have to struggle in the process. And what might be the coolest thing of all is you don't have to put much effort into it. It truly is a cheat code that most people don't know about. And it's a cheat code that can change your life today. So click on the link below and let me help you start to experience these results starting right now.